Good morning, grade 4s. This is your English for Tuesday. You are going to do activity 97, a Greek myth. Okay? Read the title of the Greek myth and look at the illustrations. Predict what you think the myth will be about. Okay, so the name of the myth is Narcissus and Echo. So what do you think it's going to be about? Maybe two people called Narcissus and Echo. Okay, if you look at the pictures, okay, you can see a man that looks into the river and sees a reflection. Remember, echo is when something bounces back to you. Okay, so let's read and then we can discuss it further. Okay, Narcissus and Echo. Narcissus was so extraordinarily beautiful that from the moment he was born, everyone who saw him fell in love with him. However, he didn't care whether others loved him, and he loved no one but himself. He would pass the lovely nymphs who lived in the rivers without a glance or a greeting, even though they all loved him. When everything didn't go his way, he became cross and would leave home in a temper. He acted like he didn't care. Echo, who was the fairest of the nymphs, also fell in love with Narcissus. Echo could only say what was spoken to her. She wanted to tell Narcissus how much she loved him. But since she couldn't, she followed him everywhere, hiding behind trees and bushes, waiting to talk to him. Then one day her opportunity came. Narcissus was separated from his friends while playing in the woods when he heard a rustle. "Who's there?" he called. "Here," Echo replied. "Leave your hiding place," said Narcissus, "and we'll play." "We'll play?" she called, leaping happily from behind the tree. She ran to hug him, but he didn't know how to love and pushed her away. "Take your hands off me," he shouted. "I hate hugs and would never let you touch me." "Touch me," Echo cried, and secretly followed him into the forest. One day, Narcissus came to a clear pond. He looked down into the water, saw a beautiful face, and instantly fell in love. You could see from the look in the beautiful creature's eyes that the feeling was mutual. He reached out to touch his beloved, but the moment his hand touched the water, the reflection scattered and disappeared. As soon as his image in the water returned, he called out, "Why do you run away? I love you." Echo, who was hiding nearby, replied, "I love you." But Narcissus did not look up. He gazed into the pond as the water settled and his image reappeared. Narcissus forgot to eat and withered away from loving someone who could not love him in return. Echo stayed near him. She still loved him, even though Narcissus was too busy loving himself to even notice. He never left the pond and stayed there for the rest of his life. At that last moment, just before he died, he called to his reflection, "Farewell, I love you." "Farewell, I love you," Echo cried. When the nymphs and maidens who had always loved him gathered round to see what had happened, all they found in his place was a flower which they named after him. To this day, you can see the narcissus flower bending over to look at its reflection in the water. Okay, do you see the flower there? Read the words in bold in context there at the bottom and explain what you think they mean. Read the sentences around the word to help you figure out the meaning. Okay, so you're going to read the words here that's printed in black, and then you're going to read the definitions of what they mean. Okay, and some of these words are also the rest of your spelling words for this week. Okay. Then you're going to read the myth aloud a second time and discuss these aspects. Okay, so you don't need to write anything yet today. For today, I just want you to read the story that I just read to you, the myth, and then I want you to read through the definitions and make sure you know what those words mean and practice them because they are part of your spelling words. And then you just need to discuss the next 5 questions. Activity 98 is comprehension questions about the myth that you'll do on Wednesday. Okay, so you're going to discuss these following questions. Have you ever heard an echo? Share your experience. 2. Discuss the plot of the myth. 3. Why do you think Narcissus eventually withered away and died? what is the lesson for us? Okay, that you mustn't only think about yourself. Okay, you must place others in front of yourself. 4, what do you think of Echo? What can we learn from her character? And then 5, what is the setting? Remember, the setting is where the story takes place. How do you know this? Remember, setting refers to place and time. So it took place long ago, because people believed in myths long ago, and also it took place in nature, because they were speaking about flowers and trees. Okay, so they only discuss, it's a verbal activity. And then we'll do activity 98 and 99 on Wednesday and Thursday. Okay. Love you. Bye.